Warning, censorship. Warning, censorship.
Last summer, when there was a Black Lives Matter protest all over the place, greater numbers were congregating outdoors. How was that okay and this isn't?
Well, number one, they were protesting them getting killed by cops. They're protesting nothing except being spoiled children.
Oh,
Well, get the away from my truck.
that's odd. Okay,
You're
then.
a small little man that feels real big when he plays fake reporter.
Okay, then. You used to be a man too, right? Yeah. Thank you, ma'am.
You guys take care.
You too. Have a nice day.
Just mind leaving them alone, okay? They don't want you talking to them, so could you just move on?
Conducting journalism, sir.
You are arrestable for that.
So, unless I'm mistaken, you can write me up for a ticket.
Happen, okay, Mr. Menzies? You're going to leave this area. I've asked you not to harass these people. If you come back and you speak with them, you will be arrested.
I am on a public piece of land. You have no right whatsoever to make me leave this area.
I do have a right to allow
Can you quote me the law, sir?
Okay, yeah, criminal harassment, okay?
What is the benchmark of harassment?
Anybody that doesn't want to be harassed, okay? Please move out of the way. I've told you to.
I think you're harassing me, officer. David Menzies for Rebel News here in Elmer, Ontario. Well, folks, our primary task in coming to Elmer is to give an update on the Church of God, and that update is a provincial judge ordered on Friday that the locks be changed on the church for the church allegedly violating COVID-19 restrictions. In addition to the lock change, the church was slammed with something like $117,000 in fines. But before we even stepped foot on the property, we ran into an absolutely bizarre discussion, which almost escalated into an altercation. There were some members of the trans community of Elmer doing a protest against the church. Usually when you're doing a protest, you want to speak to the media. Didn't go all that well, but more disturbingly was the fact that two Elmer Police Service constables came up to my cameraman Sid and I and ordered us to stop practicing journalism or we would be charged. I didn't know practicing journalism, unlike North Korea and Iran, was illegal in Canada. At least we know not yet, maybe not until Bill C-10 gets passed, but just check out this unbelievable footage. Folks, I interrupt this video for a very urgent message. You know it's only a matter of time before the Silicon Valley tech giants come and crush Rebel News, or at least try to crush Rebel News once and for all. We're not going to let that happen. Please go to rebelnews.com. That's rebelnews.com. We need you to sign up with us there on our website. We need your phone number. We need your email address. We do not share your personal information with anyone else, but if we can get that information from you, you can maintain your relationship with Rebel News going forward in the future.
You're close to my vehicle. I don't want you close to my vehicle.
You don't want me, but your vehicle's on a public road, sir.
Oh, you're gonna play? Don't call me sir. Number one.
Oh, you've kind of got a odd mask on. What are you then, a ma'am or? Okay. That's odd. Well, but you're having a counter protest, aren't you?
Speak for me.
We
you
are
trying-
against those that break the laws. So go get the away from my truck.
Excuse me, but we're in a public place.
That's less than 6 feet, so he can get the away.
Actually, it's more than 6 feet. But usually when you have a protest, you're trying to get a message out.
Fake news, not fake news. So go yourself.
Okay.
Well, you're very profane. That's not very ladylike language.
Lady, I'm
Oh.
human. Go fuck yourself.
She said she's not a lady, she's human.
You're actually trying to be disrespectful.
No, you said you're a lady, so now I'm calling you ma'am instead of sir, so I just didn't want to misgender your friend there.
My wife?
That's your wife then, right?
Now,
Okay then.
This is unneeded.
Don't you believe in freedom of religion?
Yes, you can
When it's
practice
done
with
properly,
Okay, how is it done properly?
when you show respect so you don't spread any potential viruses that we're in the middle of a pandemic.
Well, this
Don't
is-
get close to me.
Ma'am, why was it last summer when there was a Black Lives Matter protest all over the place, greater numbers were congregating outdoors. How was that okay and this isn't?
Well, number one, they were protesting them getting killed by cops. They're protesting not to accept being spoiled children.
Oh, I see. Thank you. So the science has really nothing to do with it. It's about what the protest is.
I have a problem with what they're doing right now, and if you
And
can't
that-
see why that is, then I can't help you.
There has been more than 100,000 medical studies about COVID-19. Zero have shown any link to outdoor transmissions and gatherings, religious or demonstration gatherings.
You're a small little man that feels real big when he plays fake reporter.
Okay, then. You used to be a man too, right?
Oh, wow. Wow, that's classy. Real classy,
Well,
eh?
you called me a small little man. I'm just saying, you used to be a man yourself, didn't you?
Why are you getting some white crusties in your mouth? Are you getting parched or something? Or is there an issue? Or
Are you really that terrified, sir, ma'am?
So is this what Rebel News is? They're transphobic and they're anti-LGBT. Maybe I should let the community know that that's
What did I say that was transphobic or anti-LGBT?
You keep misgendering me on purpose, so don't do that. See, no, you're playing a game.
No, I'm not.
I understand the whole wanting to reopen small business, and it is hurting the economy. We realize that, but the longer we prolong stuff like this, the longer it's going to go on. And I don't understand. I'm just saying, if you dig deep enough, you can find anything you want, right? And I feel like that's what's going on here.
So, but your ilk has always said,
It's not
my body, my choice. But is that only for terminating a pregnancy?
my body, my choice. Really? Well, it's my choice to be able to walk around and not be fearful that someone's going to spread something to me that I'm going to spread on to another family member. We're talking about our own individual bodies here. We're not talking about everyone surrounding us.
Yeah. So your choice is to take away the choice from other people that don't want to get a vax,
Oh
don't
my
want to
God,
get
they're
a.
not giving anybody else a choice, are they? When they're coming into stores without their masks on, they're not giving me the choice. So you have to have a caveat. I don't have a problem with people, obviously worshiping God, but I think a lot of this is being twisted around. You can worship God anywhere. You don't have to be in mass all together. I understand people want to be together, and I want to be with people too, but I'm trying to get this over and done with. That's my stand.
But what happened last summer when we saw even greater numbers of people getting together for Black Lives Matter demonstrations, ma'am? Why was there no issue about mass gatherings then?
When was the Black Lives rally even? When did it take place? During the pandemic?
Oh, they were all over the world last summer, and to use your line of thinking, they could stay home and go on social media to weigh in on that demonstration, but it was mass congregations of people.
Certainly, I do agree. I don't think now is the time to be going up in mass. mass
fair enough.
numbers.
Then you're consistent on that one, okay? But your friends here aren't, so. But I appreciate that.
I could give a what religion they practice. I really don't care. It's not like we're trying to get in the way of them worshiping their God. All I want is this to be over. I want to be able to see my family. I want to be able to, travel to BC and be with my family.
I share your desire on that, 100%.
Stuff like this that just continues the problem.
But what is the evidence that you have to show that this is a so-called super spreader event?
Because they're gathered in mass numbers. That's my evidence.
Right,
Look
and
at that.
and are they dropping like flies?
Any doctor in good standing, they would say that is definitely not a good situation.
I told you, Dr. Fulford McMaster, an expert among experts, but you won't accept her expert opinion on this.
She counted on the new strains that are that are easily transmittable by air.
She was.
Tell me that people that are standing side by side, shoulder to shoulder, aren't capable of passing anything.
Yeah, that is the evidence. It's almost zero for outdoor religious gatherings, outdoor demonstrations.
So they've taken all these outdoor gatherers and tested them?
What she has said, more than 100,000 papers written on COVID-19, and not one has produced a link for an outdoor gathering in a religious or demonstration situation being a super spreader event. And that's an expert among experts, ma'am, saying that. So
See all your studies of the coronavirus. I would love to research and date and find where who's actually
look up
for these.
look up Dr. Fulford. Anyways, we'll leave. I've also heard of studies of secondhand smoke, and I really don't want my lungs to suffer from that from this lady's beautiful wife here. Yeah, thank you, ma'am.
Absolutely. You guys take care and keep
You
safe.
too. Have a nice day. Oh, good, sir. How about yourself?
If you just mind leaving them alone, okay? They don't want you talking to them, so could you just move on?
Here, why don't we go behind here?
Well, let's go over here.
Well, no, wait a second. I'm sorry.
Mr. Menzies,
No, no,
over here.
I'm sorry. No, no.
They don't want you to talk to them, okay? So
Yeah,
I'm
they're in a public. They're in a public place, officer. So I will talk to them.
Please move out of the way. I'm losing my
Okay, I'm
patience
moving out
with
of the
you.
way
I've
right
asked
now.
5 times, okay?
Okay.
I'm standing in the roadway. I don't want to get hit by a car. So please move.
Here, come over here, officer. What is the crime I'm committing right now? What is the crime? I'm not obstructing
Mr.
you.
Menzies, please move out of the way, okay?
I am
I'm
here
giving you a
asking.
lawful order to leave these people alone. You're telling me you're not going to. So if you don't follow my directions, get your microphone out of my face.
You came to me, sir.
Yes.
Okay.
Asking you to move back out of the way.
Okay, well, as far as I know, the practice of journalism is not illegal yet. So, unless I'm mistaken, you can write me up
This is
for a
what's gonna
ticket.
happen, okay, Mr. Menzies? You're going to leave this area. I've asked you not to harass these people. If you come back and you speak with them, you will be arrested for.
I am on a public piece of land. You have no right whatsoever to make me leave this area.
I do have a right to allow.
Can you quote me the law, sir?
Okay, yeah, criminal harassment. Okay, they've asked you to not speak with them and not to bother them.
Conducting journalism, sir.
You are arrestable for that.
I am arrestable for harassment? Is he not able to answer the questions?
In the course of my duties to inform you that you are not to harass people. That's why I'm here speaking with you.
Okay, then you're going to write me a ticket for
I
harassment.
didn't say that I'm going to write you a ticket. I
Okay,
told
so
you
I'm trying to
move on
figure
and
out
leave
what-
these people alone, or you're going to get arrested for criminal harassment.
And I know you don't believe in freedom of the
Will
press.
you stand there and be quiet?
No, I will not be quiet.
Then you will be arrested if you approach these people.
Arrested for talking. Is that what we're into now? And asking questions is harassment?
When
If they don't
be
want
spoken to,
contact
yes,
with
and
them,
absolutely.
Really? Can I see the criminal code violation that spells that out?
Yeah. Anybody has a right to not be harassed. Okay, so
Okay,
you
and-
have
and-
you can move away from me. Please get the microphone out of my face. Okay.
What is the benchmark of harassment?
Anybody that doesn't want to be harassed. Okay, please move out of the way. I've told you to.
I
stop.
think you're harassing me, officer. Well, there you go, folks. It's kind of like, I don't know, talking to a Coke machine when you put the loonie in and the soda doesn't come out. They're turning into automated vending machines right now. They won't answer the questions. They came to me. They're talking about people being harassed. I don't think we were harassing anyone. This is a counter protest. Usually, people that are doing a protest or a counter protest want publicity. But evidently, asking questions, according to these two fine members of the Elmer Police Service, that is verboten. Much like it's verboten to have a church open on Sunday, the locks have been changed so the congregation is outdoors. Isn't it amazing what has happened to this country? Isn't it amazing how law enforcement, who once upheld an oath, to protect our rights and freedoms under the Charter, they've now become oath breakers. They are now, what I would say, thugs with badges. That is your Elmer Police Service in action, folks. It is an absolute disgrace. And of course, he's not going to answer my questions because he doesn't have any valid answers. I'd sure love to see the proviso of the criminal code that says a journalist can't ask questions. I know that exists in North Korea. I know that exists in Iran. But in Elmer, well, I guess these guys are misplaced officers. They would be cops of the year in those kind of dictatorships, I should think. Well, folks, you've probably heard the news by now. YouTube is undoubtedly coming to kill us. They have completely demonetized us. The other day, they gave us a strike for no good reason whatsoever. So please, we want you to stay in touch with Rebel News. Go to rebelnews.com. That's rebelnews.com. We need some of your personal information, such as your email or cell phone number. Trust me, we don't share that with anyone, but we want to remain relevant to you, and we can't depend on YouTube any longer.